Okay, now, here we are, Chapter 2. Chapter 2, we're going to be looking at what is referred to as the innate immunity. This is the immune system that is always there, always ready to go. And we're going to be focusing primarily on our first lines of defense. Now, the inherent defenses that we're looking at here, these are going to be the defenses that are always there, always on. They are there. They will respond irregardless of what is trying to infect the host, bacterial, viral, fungal, whatever. They're composed of enzymes and peptides. Enzymes and peptides that will bind to opsonize, do some form of damage to the pathogen that will aid in the innate immune response. Remember, these are going to be the cells such as the macrophages, the neutrophils, that are always on patrol. When you look at the three stages, immediate, early, late, everything going on here, 0 to 4 hours, 4 to 96, over 96 hours, we are looking at very quickly things that are already there, already preformed, that are going to bind to or somehow aid in the removal. Recognition by preformed, nonspecific, and broadly specific effectors. These are going to be proteins, serum proteins, or things that are going to be on the surface, things that are going to be there in the sweat. Even in our sweat, there are antimicrobial peptides that can bind to the bacteria that are growing on our skin. Or there's going to be these proteins will be also in our saliva, our tear ducts. They are constantly damaging the bacteria and the viruses that are there, trying to keep those numbers in check. Now, the early response, 4 to 96 hours. You're going to see recruitment of effector cells. These cells are going to be brought there by protein signals, chemokines. Many of these are going to be due to the breakdown of those antimicrobial peptides. Part of the peptide will have a function, the other part will act as a recruitment signal. In come the macrophages, the neutrophils, going to be looking for PAMPs. Remember, these are going to be the pathogen-associated proteins on the surface that, most bacteria are going to have some generic homologous protein structure within the overall protein. So it's going to be a certain specific amino acid chain of a polypeptide that has a certain shapes to it that are embedded within the overall, quaternary structure of the protein that the receptors on the surface of macrophages, neutrophils, dendritic cells will recognize and will phagocytize, remove the bacteria. Late infection, again, you're going to have some of these recruitment effector cells are now going to traffic to the lymph nodes, are going to go through the different lymphatic organs. The, the gut associated, as well as the mucosal associated GAM, as well as the true lymph nodes. They will enter in, and then we'll go through and screen through the B cells and T cells. Who recognizes the epitope? B cell, T cell, whoever recognizes it, goes through clonal expansion differentiation. So it turns out, as we're going to see in later chapters, the clonal expansion of the B cells, they're not always going to be quite the same. They're going to be some slight variance that's going to hopefully increase the specificity of the antibodies, and then removal of infectious agent. When you look at whatever route of entry There is a given pathogen with the disease. So we are constantly being exposed to different things. Every time you breathe in, you're bringing in different viruses, different bacterium, different everything. Every time you eat, drink, you run the risk of different viruses to cause diarrhea, jaundice, as well as bacteria, food poisoning, cholera, typhoid. Every time you come into sexual contact, viruses, hepatitis, AIDS virus, HIV, bacteria, gonorrhea, syphilis, fungi even, candidiasis, thrush. Every time you touch things, fungi, bacteria, viruses, our immune system has to be able to take care of a whole wide range of different things. It cannot be focused just on bacteria. It cannot be focused just on a virus. It has to be able to meet the demands of fighting off anything not you.